Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to Keeping Fish Simple. So in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys 3 different fish that you guys can keep with your angelfish in your aquarium. These are all going to be compatible fish that are great for your planted aquariums with angelfish in them. And these are all going to be 3 fish that you should definitely try out and try and keep with your angelfish. I keep all of these fish and I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy this video heaps. If you guys are new to the channel, I make tons of aquarium related informational videos as well as a couple of little entertaining ones. So make sure you subscribe if you're into that stuff, and without any further ado, let's get started on the video. So this list is going to be in order of third being the least compatible and the first fish being the most compatible. So these are all going to be equally as compatible, but these are in my opinion going to be the third to the best fish in for your angelfish. So the first on my list, so the third fish is the Corydora catfish. So I keep Corydoras in my aquarium with these angelfish, and as you can see, I don't know if you guys can see them, but they swim around. There are a bunch of different types of Corydoras, and I'm going to flash to a bunch of videos so you guys can see these guys. But there are a bunch of different types of Corydoras. You've got bronze Corydoras, you've got albinos, got literally every kind of Corydora, and they are super cool. So they stay pretty small. They are very, very hardy fish. They're not easy to kill. They just kind of filter through the sand at the bottom of the aquarium, and they are bottom dwelling fish. So they actually breathe through their mouth, and they go up to the top of the aquarium and they take a gulp of air every now and then, and they come back down. But they filter feed, so they go through all the bottom of the aquarium and eat all the food that falls to the bottom. And the best thing about these guys is they do take all the foods that angelfish eat. So when I feed these guys frozen bloodworms, all the frozen bloodworms that fall to the bottom they get and they eat them, and especially with the flakes and stuff like that. They love algae wafers, they love all kinds of things. They live in the same kind of habitat as the angelfish do, so you don't really need to change any of the water parameters, and they just look super cool. Now, they're not easy to breed, they're pretty tricky fish to breed, so you're probably not going to be able to do that, but angelfish are a little bit more tricky to breed as well. So my guesses are that if you guys are keeping angelfish, you're not really looking to breed them. But these guys are really cool. Kids love them because they stay small and they've got this really cool appeal to them, and they're just a great beginner fish overall. So if you are looking for a cool fish, the Corydora is definitely one you should try. Now, of course, I could say something really boring, like the second fish could be the bristlenose pleco, which is an awesome fish that you can keep with them. But I'm going to go for something with a little bit more taste and a little bit more pizzazz to it, and that is the Kribensis cichlid. So the Kribensis cichlid is a dwarf cichlid from West Africa that lives in fresh water. It lives in all the exact same parameters as the angelfish, and they are pretty tough. They're not easy to kill. The only thing about the Kribensis is they're a tiny bit more aggressive than the other fish on this list. So for that reason, that's why they're here. But the reason I put them at number 2 is because they are a bit different, and they also breed heaps more often. They're way easier to breed, so you don't really need to do anything to entice these guys to breed. They'll probably breed for you without you doing anything. The only thing you need to breed these guys is a cave in your aquarium. Now, they're a super cool looking fish. They take literally every food that the angelfish take. I feed mine frozen bloodworms, and I also feed them flakes, and they absolutely love them. There's really not much else I can say about these fish because they are so easy to take care of and keep in your aquarium, and they're a great tank mate for your angelfish. I've kept these guys since I was 15, and they are just super easy to take care of, and I've had so much fun keeping them and breeding them. Now when they breed, they bring out a bunch of little baby Kribensis, and they go and they pick around in the aquarium, and they create a cloud of little tiny fish. Now the parents normally do take care of them. You can take them out of the aquarium as well and raise them yourself. It's completely up to you, but they're an awesome tank mate for the angelfish. I've had Kribensis in the past, so when they're solo, I've had a solo male who was nipping at one of the fins on one of the dud angelfish that I had, and that caused a problem. But when they're in pairs, they kind of normally focus on each other, and it's way more easy to keep them. So that's my second fish. Now the third fish on this list has to be one of my favorite fish at the moment in all of the aquariums, and that's the dwarf neon rainbow fish. So this is definitely one of the best tank mates for angelfish. Now the only thing that's bad about these guys is they are just a little bit more sensitive than some of the other fish on this list. So they're definitely more sensitive than the Kribensis and the Corydoras, but they are just absolutely stunning. So they're a native fish from Australia and the New Guinea, Northern Australia area, and they live in fresh water. They take literally all the same foods as the angelfish do, and they just have this awesome incandescent display. Now they stay real small, which is really nice. They're a little bit more tricky to breed because they're egg scatterers, so if you want to breed them, you'll need a spawning mop. But they're a peaceful fish, and them and the angelfish don't have any problems at all. Now, I really like them because of the shapes. So they offer 2 different kinds of shapes and 2 different kinds of fishes, an incandescent look and a more slim look, and the angelfish are more wide and obviously not incandescent like they are. I keep these guys and I've bred them down below. They're super fun to keep, and kids absolutely love them because they are exactly what you'd think when you look at, like when you think of a fish that you keep in an aquarium. I think of the shape and the style of fish that they are, and kids love them because as well there's a book called The Rainbow Fish, so you can tell the kids that like, hey, like this is the fish from the book, or I don't know, whatever. But kids love them, I love them, everyone in the hobby should have them. They're a little bit more pricey than some of the other fish that I've kept in the past, but they are just an awesome fish to keep with these guys. So those are my 3 fish that I'd like to keep, that I keep with angelfish. Obviously there's a bunch more you can keep. You can keep Bolivian rams and all kinds of things like that. I think these guys are really good. These are my 3. And if you guys have any other opposing opinions, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.